It just shows you how long ago I played it.
I remember it only because a few guys reenacted that scene in real life on TikTok, and I saw the compilation of all those scenes they did on YouTube, like with the hands all formed like the fingers.
Ah,
are
yeah, I
all
see that one. Yeah.
one giant slab. It's so freaking hilarious.
I'm going to get going. I've got a few things to do around the house.
All right, that's good. I mean, that's a shame.
Oh no, it's a shame.
More contracts for us.
That's fine.
As confident
right,
as catching up abilities. All right, yeah, DJ, thank you for popping in, bud. Thanks for keeping us company.
Yeah, no problem.
Hopefully you come back for the next one and keep the competition alive and interesting and make it all the more sweeter that I've beaten three people instead of two.
By the next one, I'll be around. You all have tractors and at least somewhere to, you know, base. I know that for a fact.
I don't know.
Nah.
We won't be back until next Sunday anyway. I might stream this tomorrow, but not doing this. I might do a bit of solo playing and have a really, really good look around and stuff like that.
I was actually going to do this on solo. Do hard difficulty, like start from scratch, and hard economy.
Yeah, well, that's what we're doing here, but that's how I normally play my one as well.
As well, in a single player world.
Anyway,
I don't know it.
yeah, thanks for joining us, man.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, see you next week.
Yeah, hopefully. Where's the bloody exit? There it is. Pull right down the bloody bottom.
Yeah, getting used to that, eh?
There it is.
Oh, now I want to try something out. I want to see if it works for me. Or it's just a weird thing. See you, mate. Right, yeah. Now, what I want to know is I'm currently on cruiser-me control, or laziness for short. And what I want to know is if I hit the brake, it stops.
Well, yeah.
Now, the reason I know it sounds weird because in previous games, when you're on cruise control and you hit the brake, cruise control disengages. I didn't try cruise control last night, but with Mr. Ducks early did, and apparently he hit his brake and he said, oh, okay, cruise control doesn't stop when you hit the brake. And I just thought of that and I thought, oh, I want to test that out.
Okay.
See if it's true, but apparently it's not, so yeah, he's having some issues.
Maybe his game just didn't read the button push. Happens
Possibly.
to me too sometimes that I have to press the button twice for it to actually work.
No, he had a wheel, he hit the brake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is what I just did, and yeah, I didn't have an issue at all. I like the fact that there's stones on the field. I really do.
I just now noticed the sound of the windshield wipers. They sound like in real life. That's amazing.
Yeah, they do. They've improved the sound in this game immensely, and like I said, if no one who's got this game hasn't done this yet, which you probably would do because you all start with a farm and stuff like that, but just drive into a shed. Though one of the funny things I did notice last night is I drove into a shed in cab, and the sound like going through a tunnel was unreal. It was amazing. And then the next time I did it when I was in this view as I am now out of cab. And the funny thing was,
Did you add the crow sound mod again?
No, they've added that.
So, holy crap, dude! I've not noticed that before.
Yeah, neither did I until you said it. Because that mod hasn't come out yet. I mean, yeah, there's a couple of mods on Mod Hub. I've actually found quite a lot of mods already. There's one that has a stone silo that you can get, so you can put your stones into the silo.
Yeah, but until you have a trailer that takes stones, that's pointless.
Well, they must do, because that's the whole point. You'll be able to pick. In fact, I'm sure.
I have not found a trailer yet that can take stones.
Okay.
At least not a stone.
Yeah. But anyway, with the driving into the shed thing in this view, the funny thing is when I drove in, I got the sound eventually. When I drove out, I was reversing, and obviously I had the camera around the other way, so the tractor was quite a ways out of the shed, but the camera was still in it, and it was still acting like the tractor was in the shed with the sound.
The sound is being played from the camera's position, not the tractor's position.
Yeah, exactly.
Although you also get the same sort of reverb or Doppler effect, even just up against a solid building. Like parked near the barn, you can hear it.
Well, I've got to try that out.
I mean, it may not be as pronounced, although on my particular end, I was getting slight crackling if I moved the camera around too fast, like the game engine was trying to keep up with, you know, applying the reverb and taking it away again. It's messing with the samples a little bit.
Yeah, I noticed that happening in the game as well, so I thought it might be something on my end, but since you've just mentioned it, it sounds like it isn't. But like I said, this thing's come out, they got a new engine, everything else like that. I'm not going to expect, especially this day and age, it's going to come out perfectly. But and it's giants, it never does. They do get onto it. Except for the last one, they didn't really get onto it much. I think they got sick of it and over it really quick because of all the issues that they had to deal with.
Yeah, I think everybody got over 19 rather fast. None of the DLC impressed me either. I mean, the class one, okay, the Platinum Edition, but the small DLCs, you know.
Yeah, it was same here. There was nothing apart from the class DLC. I was a little disappointed they didn't bring out another map, but what they did is they were smart about it, obviously from a business point of view, because they knew that it was going to be a while before they going to release this one, and obviously they needed the money because they used to having the money every 2 years, so they added another separate DLC for the new map. But yeah, as long as they fix it, I'm not worried about it. For the most part, I mean, hardly anything wrong with this game. Hardly anything. So, kudos to them.
Only small growing pains.
Well, so teething issues, which did you expect?
Yeah. I mean, the one with the contracts, the harvesting contracts, is annoying, but I guess I'm sure they'll fix that quick.
Yeah, that is a disappointment though, because it's along the lines with 19. I mean, it's only 19. They had it more than one, where they had bugs from a previous version revisited, and I was not kind on my commenting about that because there's more deer. Oh dear, lots of deer. I don't believe in any game they have an excuse for a bug that they have fixed in a previous version to turn up again. You fixed it, it shouldn't turn up again.
Make no sense at all.
And they've done it with that, which is, I'm getting terrible. Didn't even lift it in the first place. How dare I? But yeah, and the other thing, I mean, I will say this, saying I haven't found many bugs is, or hardly any in this game at the moment, comparative to the other ones, I also haven't probably played as much as I would have in the other games when they first came out. I would have really put it through its paces by now. I've gotten at least 12, 18 hours of gameplay from the release date to about this time of the day. Because back then, Farming Sim was pretty much the only game I did play.
12, 18 hours is all the hours you had access to it, so that's rather impossible.
So yeah, I haven't done enough different things to find anything else with it. So, but still, I am not going to change my mind. I am impressed with this one.
Yep.
It's simple as that. And I know there's going to be people out there going to have a whinge and a moan about something more than likely something absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, Frisk got comments that 22 is just 19 with mods.
Yeah, well, I made a comment. I don't know if you saw that in Discord last night. Now, that's, to me, it's the most stupidest comment ever. I've kept my mouth shut about it.
I don't know about ever because, you know, it's the internet, but...
Well, to do with this game. In fact, it's to do with any game that uses mods. Now, the reason for this is I've kept my mouth shut about it all this time, but I'm going to be very blunt about this. If you say, and I'm not going to change my mind about it, and I don't care what you think if you're one of these people that say it, because quite frankly, you are a moron. And this is the reason why. I'm going to clarify it. Just, you know, I'm not just going to say you're a moron and leave it there. I'm going to tell you why you are a moron in an attempt to stop you from being a moron. The reason we have mods, because for a start, it is, when you say FS22 is just FS15 or whatever with mods, that's actually a true statement. And that's what makes it such a stupid statement. Because, yes it is, but the whole point of a mod, the main reason we have mods is because when a game comes out and it doesn't have things we would like in it, people make mods to add the things that we'd like in it. What we would like the game to come with is standard without a mod. So when you get a game that has the mods in the game so you no longer need that mod, that's exactly what you wanted in the first place. The reason why you got the mod in the first place. So it should come out with mods. Standard with the mods put into the game as a standard feature. It's simple as that. So it's a silly comment to say. Pure and simple. It's just absolute silly comment to say it's just a previous game with mods. When that's the whole main reason for mods, for the most part. The other part, obviously, with mods is adding stuff in that you would like that they can't do, or because they've got enough stuff. I've just stuffed that up. Enough stuff and all that kind of stuff. But the majority, the most used mods are gameplay mod type of mods that are quality of life or add some more realism, things that you wish, like seasons, for instance, that you wish come with part of the game. So I never will. It's absolutely a silly comment to make.
That Stroutman trailer by Stevie, is that an autoload one or just a regular?
I don't think he's ever done auto load in his life from memory. As far as I know. So, yeah, I mean, like I said earlier on, this game is a farming simulator game. You can't expect too many changes. What you can expect is maybe some extra crops, extra added real-life features, as well as crops and stuff to do. The graphic update, I think, is quite good. I think this is what we should have got when we went into 19. And it's still quite a good improvement from 19. And even though a lot of people didn't see much of an improvement from 17 to 19, which I was one of them, until I actually went back into 17, and when I did that, after playing 19 a bit, there was quite a substantial difference in the graphic, for the most part. But, yeah, adding bits, they've added so much, a lot more than they ever have in any other previous version of the game. and there you go. And of course they're catering for what they can do for the console generation, especially when they've got crossplay in. So complain all you like about that, PC owners, but that's where the money is. They're a business, you know. You still get to enjoy the game as is. Stop moaning about what you don't have and enjoy what you do have.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm still gonna keep moaning about console exclusives. I'm never gonna stop moaning about that.
The technology will come.
I'm always gonna hope that the real great games will come to PC at some point, and most of them do if you really think about it. Patrio is so quiet lately.
You have been away for a while, haven't you, Smedo?
I have been, yeah.
Patrio's just been Patrio. You can use actually use the step ladder in your shed to climb on. Okay. Well, see, little things like that, you know. Well, that's just me. I like little things like that. It's a simulator. Bring a bit of realism into it. But yeah. Anyway, as far as I'm concerned, I like it. I like the changes. I like the changes in the UI. The menus, everything like that. I like the sounds. There are some things I don't like, but I don't think they're even worth mentioning because they're not major things.
Yeah, I like the new menu too. I don't like the tone of the menu though. The blue I don't like. But
the confirmation beeps. I think that's probably the only thing that bugs me about it is beep 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 beep. Like,
yeah, some things like that. Yeah, I mean, I like the sound when you click on things in the menu. I like the sound they use now compared to the old ones.
See that? I like the one in 19 better.
Do you?
But I mean,
nice
that's
simple
just
soft
preference
clicks.
stuff.
Yeah.
But I also like the blue, so each to their own
Yeah,
on that one.
For some reason, I like the orange better for the from 19. I don't know. But I mean, that's small stuff, you know.
Something that makes you wonder, would it go purple if you flick on colorblind mode?
Ooh.
I'll tell you what, when it brings up when it's got the actual keyboard on the F1 menu, on the top left there, when it's got the keyboard thing, the commands, it's blue, but when it goes into the steering wheel and comes up with the PlayStation controls with the X and the circle and all that, it's all in white. Yeah, you can sell the sell points too, can you? I didn't know that.
You can buy some of the sell points that have production stuff.
Oh, okay, so it's similar to the some maps in 19, you could do that. Like the one we were last on as well. You could buy the sell points and sell them, but you don't sell the buildings, they're still there. Oh, actually what I've noticed is it looked like I got rain coming into the cab for a second there.
You know what I just realized? You haven't made one ad break in the whole thing.
Me?
Yeah, coming on automatically.
No, he wouldn't. He left before that. They brought in a feature on Twitch where you can set them up to come in automatically. So I've got it set up for every hour for a 30-second ad break.
Okay. Well, I'm not really looking at my phone where I have the stream running, so I wouldn't know if that actually happened or not.
That does happen. Yeah, whether it works for you.
A couple of times and now it's it.
Yeah, I actually get a lot of people. Ever since that's happened, I get a couple of guys like Causey and Mike that let me know when an ad comes on. Sometimes I let them know when an ad comes on because it comes on before they mention it, but that's probably stream lag. We probably get the ad at the same time, but the only thing I don't like about it, I like the fact that I can do an ad every hour and I can set how long those ads are. And it doesn't necessarily keep like that. It's supposed to be a 30-second ad break. But for the most part, I get like a 10 or 15 second ad break. But the one thing I don't like about it is that you've got to set a time for when the first ad is from the start of the stream. And unfortunately with that one, the best you can do is half an hour, which I don't want. I want one every hour from when I actually, not from when I start the stream, obviously, from when I actually go on and bring up the game and start saying hello to everyone, and then an hour from there. So I've got it set up while the countdown's coming down. I've got it set up to start 3 minutes after I go live. So with about 2 minutes left on the countdown, technically there should be an ad, so it doesn't really affect anyone. Most people are not there by then anyway. It sort of starts before the notification goes out. But the problem is it's random. It doesn't do it actually on the 3 minute marks. Most times it starts right when the countdown finishes and I'm about to go live, so I've got to sit there and wait for it to finish. Ad time, ads are done.
Weird.
But yeah, and I haven't got any ads today, Mike. And when they brought it out, actually, I started getting ads regularly on my phone. And everyone was getting ads regularly, but it's gone back to the, it's a luck of the draw type of thing. Or for most people don't like ads, so it's the unluck of the draw, but you know, 30 seconds of your life, people. It's not much, just to help support the people you're watching.
And I'm going to BRB. Nature's got a call on line 1.
Alrighty. Put them on hold. Yeah. This sound for the window wiper is really, really good. It's just a shame, I will say, not a major, it's just a shame that you don't have water running down, and I mean, it's sort of pointless having a window wiper if it's not actually serving an actual purpose. Oh, I forgot to do it again. It's sort of like the windows in the trucking sims. One thing I liked was the fact that they brought out the ability to wind your windows up and down in the trucking simulators, but well, the big disappointment was when I tried it out and I put my head through the window to look behind me. So when the trucking sims, you turn around like that, and if you're unaware of the trucking sim, obviously people who are know what I'm talking about. But if you're someone who hasn't seen any of the ETS2s or the ATS trucking sims, when you're reversing, you just turn your camera that way and it automatically puts your head out the window to look behind you for the reversing. Before they brought on the window up and down function,
you put your head through the window.
you basically put your head through the window. So when that came out, I was expecting the fact that when you tried to do that, it wouldn't let you do it and you had to wind the window down. But no, you can still do it, which sort of renders the point of why would you have the windows go up and down. That's the main reason why you'd have them go up and down, for that added realism.
Oh.
And that's the same with these window wipers. Why have the window wipers going and stuff, which they always have? It's another thing that sort of I never understood. And not have the effects of the rain coming on and stuff like that, like they do in the trucking sim. They have a really good effect of the rain hit the windshield. So, anyway, I've had a good go of it now. What do we do? Almost 3 hours of playing this game. I've done a bit of ploughing, which I normally didn't like, but it wasn't that bad doing the ploughing. We're doing a bit of seeding now. I do like the textures of the ground, how much darker it is, the soil. I do like that. No, I'm not doing a 24-hour stream. Yeah, I know you'd like... One day I might freak you out, Mike, and go, yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, everything's 90% of it's the same because it's a farming simulator of the game. So, of course, you're going to be seeding and ploughing and harvesting and all that.
Yeah, I mean,
no difference there.
No?
Yeah, but the improvements on the other aspect of things, yes, and the thing is, oops, done it again. forgotten about that. I've got to get back to used to how it used to be. The other thing too is it's just come out, so there's going to be features and everything added, and of course, as usual, the most important thing that keeps people into this game and makes it a little more enjoyable is mods, and it's going to be really, really interesting to see what modders are going to come up with the new graphics and the new scripting and all that kind of stuff.
The fact that on day one, I mean, it's technically now day 2, but on day 1 there are already over a dozen mods out, which is crazy. Not including the pre-order stuff like the Fent Black Beauty and the I think the JCB wheel loader and the class pack.
Yeah, no, I know. Like I said, I've seen a couple of third-party sites, and there's quite a few mods out already. In fact, one of them had about there's 10 on a page, and it had about 13 pages, so 130 of them. Well, some of the, actually, to be honest, some of it was about news about the farming simulator and stuff like that. But they're coming out thick and fast at the moment, and I've sort of heard that Whoopster is working on a GPS mod already, and the interesting thing is...
That's the one mod I can't wait for. That and Autoload.
Yeah,
Autoload.
I got back to my old thing I used to do, which is first thing, get up in the morning, get my breakfast and that, and go hunting for mods. And I did that for the first time in such a long time today. That's where I found them and see what was out there. So now, is Whoopster the one that did the last GPS mod, or is he the one that did the one in 17? I've forgotten.
I think Whoopster is the original one, right? Isn't he the original one?
I was wondering if he was going to come back.
That would be pretty amazing.
Yeah, because I was wondering if he was going to come back and he was going to get his him modding again, since he's obviously no longer preoccupied by cattle and crops.
Oh right, that's Dad, right?
Upside Down was the original.
Yeah, that's a little bit sad that cattle and crops died so quickly. Because Farming Simulator can do with a bit of competition. Keeps it fresh. But yeah.
Yeah, we lost a couple of good models to cattle and crops. But yeah.
Well, that should no longer be an issue, huh?
Yeah. Well, they sold it, and then the people they sold it to discontinued the game. From what I gather.
Yeah, but cattle and crops, I haven't seen much content for it on YouTube either. A bunch of first look videos, and that's it.
Yeah. Well, I heard there was a bit of a disappointment with it when it first came out. Okay, fair enough. These guys were amateurs anyway. They were modders who, for the most part, I think, they were old modders of FS Farming Simulator stuff, who went and designed their own game. But from what I gather, people that went back and played it knew it was actually, they improved it quite well. I played it for a little bit and refunded it. It wasn't my cup of tea. I didn't like the feel of it. I probably didn't give it enough chance, actually. I was so used to Farming Simulator feel. So maybe that was the issue, is by the time they got it all done on that, with most of the farming sim games that had died, like Professional Farmer, and there was another one which I forgot. They came out, people played them, Let's Play and everything else, and then you heard nothing about it.
Oh.
And I think it's because, like I said, Farming Simulator has something about it. It's got this feel about it, got this thing about it, that none of those have been able to recreate or duplicate.
Oh.
And so, credit where credit's due for Giants on that one, I think. So they obviously...
Yeah, I mean, Farming Simulator is, I came to that like the Virgin to the Child. I always laughed about games like Farming Simulator. Always, I was one of those snobs. Farming Simulator, tractor driving. And then I saw one video where a time lapse where a dude harvested the whole map, the Gold Crest Valley map, all the fields, in one giant hour-long time lapse. And I was instantly hooked.
Well, there was an English comedian who got hooked into this game. He also got another English comedian hooked into this game, and they were both gamers anyway. And a YouTuber that I like watching who does this, well, did 17 a little bit and 19 a little bit, who sort of summed it up, and they've actually both said the same thing. They said they were talking about playing the game. One was obviously doing it for a YouTube video, but one was talking, he was on a TV show, English TV show that's got a bunch of comedians on, and they both said the most amazing thing about Farming Simulator is, for some reason, you look at it and think, there's no way I can enjoy this game, there's no possible reason or any reason to enjoy this game, but you just do. It's a game about farming. But a lot of people who don't think that they'll play this game, they won't enjoy it, end up playing the game, giving it a go, and enjoying it. And there's no reason for it. They're dead right. There is no reason for it. It's a game about farming, but yet there's something enjoyable about playing this game.
I could spout off a few reasons what got me into it.
Go ahead.
The big one is the fact that it's not really a competitive game by its nature. So, I get so tired of so many shooting games where everyone has to be the best of the best, and it's like, I just can't keep up with that sort of thing. My favourite thing I like to exclaim about any game I pick up, it has wheels. I love wheels. Driving things.
Yeah, but that's most part of it. I mean, that's with any simulator. That's why I play the truck. People play flight simulators, all that kind of stuff for a start. Most of the part for this, it's about using big toys. So the caveman side of you comes out a little bit. You play the simulator games because you're able to do something that you can't afford or unable to do in real life. That's probably one of the main reasons why you have simulator games, actually, and I don't think people think about that when they really get it, but I think that is one of the main reasons we all play simulator games, is because we're able to do something that normally we can either A, ill afford to do, like learning to fly, or B, have the time to do, like learning to fly or driving a truck or something like that, So you can get to do something that you normally wouldn't be able to do in real life and sort of get an experience of it. You probably think a really good experience because you haven't been able to experience it in real life, so you don't know the difference, to be honest. But it brings that joy.
That's simulator games like that where you get to play with the big toys. I get those. Simulator games I don't get is stuff like House Flipper, House Cleaner, and all these repair mods. Mechanic mods, car mechanic, tank mechanic, because that's just point and click adventure is what that is.
Have you played Car Mechanic?
I have watched Car Mechanic.
Yeah, no, I said play, not watch.
Bored to death.
It's one thing watching, but it's another thing playing it. Car Mechanic I really got into. Really, it's very satisfying, very relaxing. Same with PC Builder, building simulator. Same deal, you just get into that. And I think it's the same with this, because there's things like mowing the grass and everything else. It gives you a bit of peace. It is relaxing. But I think for the most part, it's because you're able to take something and build up and make something out of it. You can take farm and you start off with small equipment and you do all that. You get to see the results of your work. You also get to see the bank balance go up, and it's about building a successful business. I think that's the same. It's how big you can get, because the fun part about for me, the most fun part about the trucking games is the grind to get to the result. And once you get like a lot of workers and earning a lot of money, it sort of loses its appeal. Still fun to do, but loses its appeal. Car mechanics the same thing when with House Flipper and all that. It's not only that, but it's the ability to be creative.